Hey. Welcome to 5 steps to prepare for the Eat Out of Your Pantry and Freezer Budget Challenge. So what exactly is that? What am I talking about? I'm talking about a little thing that you can do for the month of March that can save you some bucks and also clean out your kitchen. So think spring cleaning meets money saving marathon. All right. So join us as we clean out the pantry and freezer and save money in the process. What do I mean by us? I mean us as in my Facebook group, Faithful and Financially Free Families. That's where you'll find us interacting about this challenge. So in the month of March, I'm launching a budget saving challenge, a challenge that is totally customizable to your family situation and yet challenging at the same time. Will you join me? Eat out of your freezer and pantry for a month or even a week or two will help you reduce waste, identify meals your family enjoys, even possibly discover new ones, and spring clean your kitchen and save money all at the same time. So what are we waiting for? Today's video is all about the 5 steps to prepare for this challenge, all right? But you get to decide. You get to decide if you want to commit or just sit on the sidelines and watch. So if you're not already in my Facebook group, like I mentioned earlier, Faithful and Financially Free Families, you want to get in there. I highly encourage you because we'll be having fun and sharing our journey and supporting each other along the way. All right. So let's get down to this. Here are the 5 steps. Step 1, set your goal. It's all about the goals, people. The goal I'm setting for my family is to cut my grocery budget in half. All right. So for our family, a family of 4, we have 2 teenagers. Our family spends roughly $500 to $600 a month on groceries. Now, my goal, since I said it's cut it in half, is to spend $250 to $300 or less in the month of March. Yep, this month we're in right now. Now, if you're watching this after the month of March, you can totally still do this challenge any time of the year. And if you hop in our Facebook group, you will always see this challenge living in our guide section. All right, step 2, define your why. What do you plan to do with the money you save on food this month, right? The secret to sticking with anything is to know your why. We need to know why we are doing something so that when it's no longer fun or easy, we stick to it. So what do you plan on doing with the money that you save this month? Unfortunately, my family, it's nothing super fun. We've got medical bills that we need to get paid off. All right. Step 3, accountability. Now, this is where the Facebook group comes in. Or if you're not on Facebook and you're just following me on YouTube, maybe you need to find a friend, a neighbor, someone that you're going to do this with, right? But accountability is so important. And I also encourage you to take a picture pre-challenge of your pantry and your freezer. So we have something to compare it to. We've all seen those posts, the before and after posts, and this is what we're talking about. We want a before and after post. So we have another way to gauge our progress. All right. Step number 4, master list. Now it's time to get ready to work. Are you ready? All right. You need to make a list of everything you have in your freezer and your pantry. Yep, I said it. You got to do it. All right. This may sound overwhelming, but it should only really take you about 15 minutes. So set a timer and go do it. All right. I promise this list will make the challenge easier and it is so worth the time. Tip, this is also a good time to get rid of anything that you need to get rid of. It's expired or freezer burns or whatever. All right. Now, last but not least, step 5 in preparing for our challenge. So the 5th step to prepare for the Eat Out of Your Pantry and Freezer challenge is as follows. Brainstorming meal ideas. I know, it's so shattering. It's totally over the top. So, but these are 5 simple steps that we can take. Now, when I say brainstorming meals, I mean, take that list of all the food you have and start, adding them up, seeing like, oh, if I take this and this, cross them off and make a meal plan over here. Now, I don't mean a meal plan in the sense that you're going to schedule off everything you're going to make for the rest of the month or anything like that, because we're all about taking small steps here because overwhelm causes us to freeze and do nothing. And I don't want to do that, but we're just making a list of meals. All right. So that as you have your list of what's in the pantry, you have a list of what's in the freezer, and you say, okay, well, if I take, maybe the canned tomatoes and beans and rice, and I'm going to make some beans and rice. Maybe you have some chicken broth in there. You cross them off your list and you write that meal so that you've used that item. Because what happens is if you just write the meal down, then another thing down the road, you're going, oh, look, I've got rice. We can make chicken and rice. But you already made beans and rice. So maybe there's no more rice left. I don't know. But you want to write it down what you have and how you're going to do it. All right. Now, do you have to use every last thing at this point? No. This is just to get the juices going. This is just to start working. In my next video, we're going to talk about the 5 rules for doing this challenge, and we'll go into more detail there. But for now, you want to have a goal in mind. You want to know your why. You want to take your pictures. You want to have a list, and you want to have a brainstorming meal list also. So actually having 2 lists, right? All right, so that's how you prepare. So if you have all those things in place, you're ready to rock and roll. Now, if you want to know more about this challenge, check out my Facebook group, Faithful and Financially Free Families. It'll all be in the guide section. This month, it'll be in the announcements as well. And I will see you there.